Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Last Epoch, Druid Week, Day 5. Yes, today we find out, finally, after months of waiting, the third transform coming to Druid for 084. And I have to say, I am very excited to show this off to you today. And we're going to start off with a little video from 11th Hour Games.
Back in patch 0.7, we added the Druid class alongside its first two transforms, the Brutish Werebear and the Versatile Spriggan. As our development team continues to raise the bar across Eterra, it is finally time for us to take a look at the beloved Druid and bring his design and vision to life. We are revisiting the Druid in all of his forms and revamping his gameplay and visuals leading into patch 0.8.4. Both of the existing Druid transformations are receiving completely new models, animations, and VFX that elevate them to our current level of quality. Our Werebear and Spriggan forms are receiving fully repolished toolkits, featuring both new and remastered skills, skill trees, and visual effects. We made the skill trees deeper and more diverse, allowing for more strategic choices for you to design your build around.
Yes.
For Werebear, we decided to keep Swipe as part of this toolkit and upgrade its visuals. We're also providing more interactions with other skills than before, such as the node Ursine Storm. We replaced the old Werebear feeling with Warcry, as it was both thematic and fitting. By doing so, players can now gain the full effects of Warcry should they choose to specialize in it. Werebear's first new skill is Maul. Maul will be replacing Ravage as a heavier melee attack with a short cooldown. To help separate this from Swipe, we've added both movement and a medium area of effect while also giving it more damage. The second new and last skill for Werebear is Rampage. With Rampage, you quickly move across the battlefield while damaging all enemies along the way. Should you choose, you can even automatically cast Storm Lightning while rampaging. For Spriggan form, Healing Totem and Summon Vines are both staying functionally the same. They are receiving complete visual overhauls while also introducing new nodes such as Grapevine, which has significantly more health, size, and damage.
Ooh, we
and
saw
Wrath
two
of the Glade
Grapevines
for Healing
there.
Totem, which gives you a chance to cast Spirit Thorns from each of your Healing Totems when you directly cast Spirit Thorns. Spirit Thorns, which is replacing Veil Blast, is a single target or multi-target skill that fires several projectiles quickly at your enemies. Spriggan's second new and final skill is Thorn Shield. Thorn Shield will reflect a flat amount of damage back at your attackers while also being able to stack. When the shield expires, a burst of thorns will shoot out and damage all nearby enemies. To help bring balance to Eterra, you can now also cast Eterra's Blessing on the target when you directly cast Thorn Shield with the node Nurture and Protect. We're moving away from a mana-based resource for all Druid transforms. Previously, to maximize time in the form, you've often had to avoid using heavier abilities, and that resulted in a one-dimensional gameplay where you mostly spammed your low-cost abilities. Instead, all Druid transformations will now use a new resource called Rage. Rage will be restored to full when you enter a form and then drain slowly over time. Skills themselves will have little to no rage cost by default, so it won't feel punishing to utilize your whole set of abilities while transformed. There will be many ways to recover rage, so you have a lot of build options if you want to stay in one form for a long duration. Reaching the point where you can stay in a form indefinitely should be much easier than before, and there will be many more ways to achieve it. 0.8.4 adds the third and final Druid transformation skill, Swarmblade form. In Swarmblade form, you can fly around, cut down enemies, spawn Locus, and gather them in a swarm around you. Its abilities are focused around mobility, melee, damage over time, and minions. Swarmblade has two distinct fantasies that we want to hit, one being a fast slashing bug and the other being the Hive father. With only 4 skills on the bar, we were aware that in order to really hit both of these, we would need to have these themes overlap on some skills. Also, having a contained kit like this on a character gave us the ability to create some really exciting ability interactions, since we know every Swarmblade player would be using the same base abilities. Swarmblade's first skill, Armblade Slash, is a fast melee slash attack. It will be your most reliable attack in Swarmblade form with no cooldown and no rage cost. We've designed the Swarmblade heavily around rapid melee slashing, and while Armblade Slash will be deadly, it will not be the only melee attack in your arsenal. Swarmblade's third skill is Summon Hive. Summon Hive hits on a very key theme in Last Epoch. When using the ability, he throws down a hive and summons some feisty wasps to fight next to him. This hits the summoner theme that the Druid should have and puts the Swarmblade as a Hive Father, or King Bee of sorts. And of course, the wasps do scale with minion damage. Since the Hives are going to summon Locus, we designed another skill that would interact with them to help promote chained ability gameplay. That's where Swarmblade's fourth and final skill comes in, Swarm Strike. Swarm Strike is a 360-degree heavy spin attack that also rallies your summoned wasps around you. This ability really rounds out the Swarmblade's toolkit. For those of you who prefer a more versatile approach to shapeshifting, we have added support for the power shifting playstyle. To support this, there are now nodes in each skill tree that allows you to shift directly into another form without having to revert back to a human first. This direct transformation also comes with an additional effect. For example, the Swarmkeeper node unlocks the Cleanse Hive skill. Cleanse Hives is a skill that instantly draws out all remaining Locus from up to 2 of your hives while also transforming you into Spriggan form. We've built in support that makes multi-form builds viable and fun to play, while also providing unique and interesting playstyles that did not exist before. One quality of life improvement that is often requested is the ability to change your transformability slots. We are happy to say that this is coming in patch 0.8.4. Transformations are not the only changes to Druid this patch. Entangling Roots is being reworked with new base functionality, new VFX, and a completely new skill tree. This will be moved to the locked section of the Druid Mastery to serve a role as a major draw toward human form or hybrid form Druid builds. It will be possible to proc it while transformed, but not as frequently as you would be able to directly cast it while in human form. Meanwhile, Summon Spriggan is receiving a new model, new animations, and new effects to match the quality and style of Spriggan form.
Nice!
If you would like to learn more details about these, make sure to check out our blog post in the descriptions below. We are looking forward to getting this into your hands before the end of the year, and we'll see you all in Eterra.
Whoa, buddy! I just want to say, 11th Hour Games, thank you for making that video, because it made my job much easier. I've made videos every day this week for each day of Druid Week, and every day it seems like it's gotten more exciting, and now it's come. We know the third form. Look at this bug. Look at this thing. Dude, no way I would have guessed it. And I get why Mike was wearing a bee costume now for Halloween. The Swarmblade. Look at this thing. Okay, I was making a joke in the Last Epoch Discord yesterday that it's going to be a Protoss Templar, because that's what it looked like when I put two images together. No, this is a flying Zergling. Now that's what it reminds me of, like the nah. It's a Zergling. Look at its little wings flying around. You've seen the transformation, does its little swing. I don't really need to break down the skills because again, you already saw them in the video. You can go back and rewatch it. Arm Blade Slash, cost no rage. Dive, which is based upon shift. So it gives you a little extra distance than shift and does a nice slice at the end. So we got movement. You've got the Hive. So if you want to go summons, then you got Swarm Strike, which is kind of that whirlwind skill. You're not personally spinning, but it's a spin around you. And then you've got all the different interactions. You regain health and rage when your Locus kill an enemy. You regain rage when you dodge. And it was interesting when I saw this, you regain rage when you dodge. So it would make sense that from a survivability standpoint, for your Swarmblade, you would want to go with dodge. That is going to be the survivability mechanic for this class. And if you're going into dodge, you never have to worry about rage, because you'll be dodging all the time. You gain a stack of Howling Cascade when you use Arm Blade Slash, and to hit at least one enemy, reaching 6 stacks consumes the cast and cast a Tornado. Check this out. 6 hits, Tornado. That's kind of neat, even though Tornado isn't really physical, so you'd have to figure out how that would actually scale. But that's kind of neat. This is the favorite thing I've seen. Viper's Call. Your Serpent Strike tree now applies to your Arm Blade Slashes, and it does not require a spear. So your no mana or no rage cost main attack, you can use the Serpent Strike tree and use any weapon you want. Yes, you can use It's no weapon requirement, right? So I can use dual axes with Serpent Strike, no problem. 2 Undisputeds. Pretty cool. And then here's some example of some powerful Swarmblade nodes. When you create a Locus Swarm with Spin, you consume all stacks of bleed on enemies hit by it, causing the swarm to deal more damage and in a larger area. Soaring Scourge. Locus Swarm now scales with your minion damage rather than your damage. Locus Master. The first part of the Armblade Slashes combos now has a cooldown. While it is cooldown, slashes are replaced with Summon Locus. I'm thinking more and more. First, I'm going to make a werebear. Thinking I want to make a werebear first. Very straightforward. I feel like I got the gear for it. Then I'm going to make a minion Swarmblade form. Then we'll try Spriggan. Then we'll do multi-form. That's the idea for build guides. The 4 I want to make for 084. And then you saw, obviously we're using Rage, and then multi-form support, they broke it down perfectly, and then these are the nodes that they showed in those skills, and then they're also right here. So Bear switches to Swarmblade. Very cool idea that you don't have to go back to human. It makes it very seamless when you're attacking. And you got Swarmblade going to Spriggan. Then you got Bear going to, I think it's Spriggan to Bear. Spriggan to Bear. It's just some examples, okay? By the way, the idea of being able to shoot with your totems and totem shooting as well seems pretty exciting for Spriggan, okay? Thank you for joining us for the week. That is everything. That is everything. We know about the werebear. We know about the Spriggan. We know about the Swarmblade, and we know about the new Entangling Roots and what all the up-to-date models look like. Druid Week is done. But of course, I need to know your opinion. What do you think? Are you excited about all these new additions? Can you not wait to get your hands on it? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm sure you've heard by now that I have officially started a Twitch, streaming on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, having so much fun with the ARPG community, playing lots of Last Epoch. First link in the description if you'd like to go there and support. If you haven't had a chance to join the official Action RPG Discord, please do so. We're now over 1,200 members, great conversations every day. The idea is to create a gaming community that could jump from game to game together, so you never start the server alone. Link for that Discord is also in the description. I hope you all enjoyed Druid Week, Day 5. Hopefully you're entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.